Narcissists struggle with simple conversations because they fear losing control. They may resort to silence or lash out in anger, blaming you for their issues. In an attempt to regain control, they may resort to belittling you, labeling you as selfish, uncaring, or even a narcissist. Once they realize they can no longer deceive you, they may offer insincere apologies. Some of these apologies, such as "I'm sorry if you felt," or "I'm sorry, but you didn't," shift the blame onto you. It's important to understand that any change in their behavior is likely temporary because a narcissist's primary objective is to fulfill their own needs, particularly if they haven't found alternative sources of approval and support. When narcissists aim to lure you back into their manipulative schemes, they often make grand promises about the future, fully aware that they won't fulfill them. Moreover, they actively seek new admirers and love interests if they feel unfulfilled in their current relationships. If you happen to have a sibling and the narcissistic parent perceives that you're not meeting their expectations, they won't hesitate to shift their attention to your sibling. They may portray you as the antagonist, labeling you as greedy and disrespectful. Despite being among the rudest individuals, narcissists demand utmost respect. Any hint of disrespect from your end triggers their wrath. To fuel your jealousy, they may even seek solace in a sibling or step-sibling. Their aim is to instill feelings of guilt, isolate you from others, and convince you that stable relationships with anyone else are unattainable. This form of manipulation extends beyond familial dynamics. In romantic relationships with egotistical partners, they may pursue other love interests to provoke jealousy in you. They aim to paint you as angry, envious, and resentful, believing it elevates their own image, despite being the ones harboring jealousy themselves. Narcissists excel at ensnaring their victims in a labyrinth of mental anguish and self-doubt through various manipulative tactics. They adamantly shirk accountability for their actions, instead resorting to deflecting blame onto their victims, inducing feelings of guilt as a means to evade responsibility. Victims of narcissistic abuse often grapple with profound inner turmoil, torn between staying entangled with these toxic individuals or breaking free. This internal strife is often exacerbated by the narcissist's relentless gaslighting, projecting their own faults onto their victims, painting them as angry, callous, and selfish. When a narcissist seeks to tarnish your reputation, they employ cunning strategies, adept at crafting narratives where they emerge either as the valiant hero or the woeful victim, depending on the audience they seek to manipulate. This insidious manipulation exacerbates feelings of isolation and self-blame, amplifying the perception that you are the root cause of all problems. By painting themselves as victims, narcissists rally their cohorts, often dubbed as flying monkeys or enablers, to launch attacks against you, further exacerbating feelings of isolation and reinforcing the narrative of your perceived wrongdoing. In their relentless pursuit of dominance, narcissists may escalate their behavior to legal realms, resorting to lawsuits or other legal maneuvers to exert control. They may goad you into such extreme frustration that legal intervention becomes necessary, such as obtaining a restraining order or navigating a contentious divorce or co-parenting arrangement, all of which prompt the need for legal recourse to mitigate their manipulative tactics. It's crucial to understand that narcissists lack the empathy needed to comprehend or care about the impact of their actions on others, regardless of any lingering hope for a different outcome through alternative approaches. Ultimately, in the narcissist's narrative, fault always falls on you, irrespective of who initiates legal proceedings, whether it's you taking them to court or vice versa. Narcissists may feign concern and portray themselves as benevolent helpers, Yet this is merely another tactic aimed at manipulating the situation to cast themselves as either the savior or the victim. Their ultimate aim is to garner admiration or sympathy from courtroom observers. Conversely, the victim often finds themselves portrayed as irrational or insecure, owing to the narcissist's adept manipulation tactics. The narcissist's strategy revolves around shifting blame onto you, painting you as the source of all their troubles, and portraying themselves as enduring undue hardship. When they perceive a loss of control or unfavorable treatment, they may resort to severing all ties with you as a means to regain dominance, creating the illusion of maintaining authority. When you eventually opt to terminate your relationship with a narcissist, it's typically after exhausting all possible efforts to salvage it. You've likely found yourself pondering over your actions, perhaps even shouldering undue blame for the troubles, and grappling with guilt over severing ties. Making such a decision can be emotionally taxing, as it contradicts your desire to mend and nurture relationships. However, narcissists hold a starkly different perspective when they opt to cut you off. In their eyes, you bear sole responsibility for any perceived issues, and thus, according to their twisted logic, deserve to be cast aside. They anticipate that you'll recognize your alleged wrongdoings and attempt to reconcile with them, falling into their trap. They're prepared to either dismiss your efforts at reconciliation or exploit them further, regardless of your response. Narcissists excel at manipulating situations to their advantage. Should you refuse to succumb to their manipulation and withhold your full attention, they may opt to terminate the relationship as a strategic move, devoid of introspection or acknowledgement of their own flaws. They'll likely vilify you, portraying you as difficult or lacking comprehension of their circumstances. This narrative serves a dual purpose for their ego. It allows them to play the victim and garner sympathy, all while shifting blame onto you for not conforming to their desires. The longer you resist their deceit and manipulation, the more inclined the narcissist becomes to terminate the relationship, a peculiar form of game over where they flee to preserve their ego, leaving you to pick up the pieces. It's crucial to recognize that despite the pain it may entail, this outcome could be the best scenario when dealing with a narcissist. It severs their control over you, granting you the opportunity to heal and progress unencumbered by their toxic influence. We extend an open invitation to everyone who is engaged with this video to share their insights and perspectives in the comments section below. Your experiences and reflections offer valuable insights and solace to those navigating similar challenges. A heartfelt thank you to all our loyal subscribers for your unwavering support and engagement. Your presence means the world to us. To those joining us for the first time, welcome aboard. This channel is dedicated to shedding light on narcissistic behaviors, empowering you to navigate relationships with narcissistic individuals more effectively. Navigating interactions with a narcissist, whether in personal or professional spheres where avoidance isn't an option, is a challenge I'm dedicated to assisting you with. Through sharing various strategies and insights, my goal is to equip you with effective tools to overcome the hurdles posed by narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you resonate with the content on this channel and believe it can contribute to your journey of healing and growth, I encourage you to subscribe. Together, let's embark on this transformative journey, combining your wisdom with our guidance to pave the way for the joyful and serene life you rightfully deserve. Remember, every stride forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to reclaiming control from the grasp of a narcissist. Farewell for now, and take solace in the strength you possess to make today extraordinary. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our show. In today's episode, we delve into the intricacies of what prompts a narcissist to end a relationship definitively. Our exploration spans the thrilling early stages of a relationship with a narcissist, unveiling the journey that leads to an understanding of their true nature. We'll delve into the pivotal moments that signal the conclusion of these relationships. Stick around as we uncover the psychology behind these shifts and provide insights on navigating the complexities of narcissistic relationships. Commencing a relationship with a narcissist typically involves intense emotions. Within these dynamics, you may experience an unparalleled closeness, a connection that feels unlike anything you've encountered before, almost as if you found your soulmate. Narcissistic individuals often project an image of devoted partners, seemingly observing your every move. Deciphering a narcissist's mood swings can be challenging. In the company of a narcissist, you might experience affection one moment and sudden isolation the next, seemingly without any apparent cause. What initially appears attractive in the early weeks or months of the relationship gradually unravels over time. As months pass, you witness the narcissist's facade slipping, revealing their authentic self. It's crucial to pay keen attention and draw insights from these unfolding events. Now let's explore the intriguing question of what prompts a narcissist to end a relationship. 1. When you unveil their true nature. Understanding the authentic nature of a narcissist can be a complex task. It can be emotionally challenging, especially if you deeply care about them. There may come a point when you feel compelled to convey this truth to them. However, be prepared for the potential reactions of a narcissist. As you likely know, narcissists often resist criticism or perceive it as rejection. They tend to hold a superiority complex, believing others are fortunate to be in their presence. Revealing their true selves can be perceived as a direct assault, something they find unpleasant and entirely inappropriate. Despite this, there are instances where addressing these conflicts becomes necessary for your well-being. When a narcissist feels their facade is threatened, their typical response is to distance themselves. 2. When you set high expectations. Resisting or not yielding to a narcissist's desires can evoke painful memories of childhood neglect. This refusal jeopardizes the narcissist's primary sources of approval and validation, crucial elements they desperately seek. It triggers feelings of rejection, betrayal, and loneliness, further diminishing their already fragile self-esteem. To regain your attention, narcissists might employ manipulative tactics, such as excessive praise, emotional manipulation, blame shifting, threats, aggression, gaslighting, punitive measures, deception, and breaking promises. Initially, they might attempt reconciliation through apologies or an abundance of affection, commonly known as love bombing. However, if these strategies prove ineffective due to your increasing independence, they may lose interest and seek attention from someone more amenable to their control. 3. When you establish firm boundaries. Resist allowing someone else's ego to define who you are. Recognize that only you have the authority to determine your identity. Narcissists often attempt to dictate your behavior, usually with negative intentions. It's crucial to reject any labels or definitions imposed by a narcissist, whether they pertain to your appearance, demeanor, intelligence, or any other aspect. Instead, focus on discovering and asserting your authentic personality. Be prepared for a challenging response when you set boundaries with a narcissist. They perceive limits as an affront to their sense of self or a blow to their ego. Asserting independence may trigger adverse reactions, but remember, you're safeguarding your well-being. When you establish and maintain clear boundaries, a narcissist may choose to leave as they struggle to cope with your newfound assertiveness. Stay resilient and trust in your own strength throughout this process. 4. When you encounter adversity. Narcissists are driven by a desire to enhance their self-esteem and exert control over others. Their primary focus revolves around acquiring love, admiration, fame, opportunities, and various resources. Helping others is not a genuine concern for narcissists, as they view individuals merely as instruments for their personal gain. It's crucial to recognize that a narcissist is unlikely to provide sincere assistance when you're facing difficulties. In fact, they may already be contemplating leaving you. It's essential to understand that narcissists thrive on chaos. If your challenging situation doesn't directly impact them, they may attempt to redirect attention to themselves. They can become intensely angry at the perceived cause of the trouble, engaging in heated confrontations. Narcissists often cast themselves as victims, lamenting how the situation should never have occurred. In times of adversity, a narcissist might exploit a family or group experiencing difficulties to draw attention and focus it on themselves. 5. When you're facing illness and depression, narcissists consistently prioritize their own desires, making it one of their prominent traits. Regardless of their own health, emotional state, or the need for attention, they demand that their needs take precedence and may react adversely if you don't comply. This expectation holds true even when you're unwell and have your own legitimate needs. Typically, narcissists show little genuine concern for others, especially when they are sick or experiencing depression. Relying on a narcissist for support during such times is generally not advisable. Strangely, they might even prefer you to be in a weakened state. When someone is unwell or vulnerable, a narcissist often perceives it as a hindrance that diverts attention away from them and onto the individual facing health challenges. Witnessing others in a state of illness may evoke feelings of discomfort in the narcissist, prompting them to exploit the situation for their benefit, potentially leading to thoughts of leaving, particularly when you require assistance the most. 6. When they perceive no further gains from you. Narcissists are renowned for exploiting people and situations to achieve their desires, which typically revolve around success, power, and attention. They often engage in negative talk about others as a means to elevate their own sense of worth. An essential aspect of their behavior is their inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. If you're concerned about being manipulated by a narcissist, it's crucial to understand that they will stay in a relationship as long as it provides them with satisfaction. However, the moment you no longer fulfill their wants, there's a high likelihood they'll choose to end the relationship. This harsh reality is something many individuals hurt by narcissists must confront. Narcissists approach relationships like skilled chess players arranging their pieces strategically. While we may enter these relationships unprepared and without much practice, thinking we can overcome their strategies, the narcissist quickly discerns when you're no longer beneficial to them. At that point, they metaphorically remove you from the board, as the game can no longer proceed with your involvement. Subsequently, they embark on finding a replacement, underscoring how narcissists plan to exit a relationship when they no longer perceive any value in it. 7. When you embrace authenticity and consistency. Narcissists crave being the focal point of your life, often leading their victims to prioritize them above everything else, even their own well-being. As you become more truthful and reliable in your actions, a narcissist may perceive a loss of control, prompting them to contemplate leaving the relationship. It's important to recognize that narcissists employ various manipulative tactics to maintain dominance. Even while in a relationship with a narcissist, you should continue engaging in activities that bring you joy, nurture your friendships, and stay true to yourself. Understanding your own value allows you to prioritize what truly matters. Over time, The narcissist anticipates that your diminishing reliance on them and increased focus on your own life will lead to waning interest in them. Ultimately, they might seek attention elsewhere. Always prioritize yourself, ensuring you remain the central figure in your own life. 8. When they become bored and encounter someone new. Narcissists frequently engage in infidelity to satisfy their desires while retaining control in the relationship. One significant reason for narcissistic infidelity is their involvement in a long-term relationship or marriage. Often, they actively seek a new partner or source while still committed to someone else. If they perceive someone else as more appealing on the surface, perhaps younger, more attractive, wealthier, or more famous, they might be inclined to pursue that person. However, this new relationship may prove fleeting, and their ego could consider returning to you. By that time, you should have moved forward, making it challenging for the narcissist to reconnect with you. They will leave when they sense you no longer meet their needs or provide the love and attention they seek. Individuals with narcissistic tendencies, particularly those intensely focused on themselves, may endure abusive or detrimental situations as long as they receive narcissistic supply. This supply refers to the love, care, and emotional investment they derive from their partner. However, not all narcissists are willing to persist in such relationships. When a narcissist perceives that their needs are unmet, they might choose to terminate the relationship promptly. Nevertheless, the indicators that a narcissist is contemplating leaving are sometimes subtle and challenging to discern. Detecting these less evident signs earlier could serve as valuable early warnings. Recognizing these signs can be difficult, especially when tension is present. Misinterpreting or overlooking these signs may lead to significant stress and confusion for the other person in the relationship. Individuals involved in relationships with narcissists may benefit from understanding the dynamics of such connections to navigate them successfully. Recognizing these patterns and signs can provide valuable insights and prepare you for potential developments within the relationship. Thank you for joining us as we explore the indications that a narcissist may be contemplating leaving. If you found this information helpful, please like and share this video with others who might also find it useful. For more intriguing videos on relationships and psychology, consider subscribing to our channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. Let's continue building a community where everyone gains understanding. Take care until next time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. When narcissists realize that their life is over, what will they do? I trust everyone is enjoying their day. When a narcissist recognizes that the game is over in your relationship, it's typically because you've made a courageous decision. You've reached the point where you can no longer tolerate their disrespectful behavior. Their treatment has pushed you to your limit, and now you're poised to embark on a journey of growth, embracing new possibilities and reclaiming your happiness. Selfish individuals don't handle